So, that item limit, you hate it, I hate it, everybody hates it. But there is hope that a solution is being worked towards. Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Disney Dreamlight Valley. So yeah, that item limit in build mode is pretty dang annoying. I have seen a lot of people struggle with it and hit the limit, or sometimes even go over the limit. I'm guessing probably because for some reason the collectibles like wood and ginger do count towards that limit. But yeah, I haven't personally hit the limit myself yet. But as you can see, I'm getting kinda close. Give it maybe like 3 updates, and I'll probably hit it. However, I have some good news for you in this department. I completely stumbled upon a couple of intriguing tweets from Disney Dreamlight Valley when I was just casually looking through tweets about the game. So they responded to a question from Danielle that was in reply to a tweet that they had made about the Figment topiary. Danielle asked, with all these new items, we need an item limit increase, please. And Gameloft responds with, this is definitely something the team is aware of and looking into, especially as more items are added to the game with each update. While we don't have anything to share now, we'll be sure to keep everyone updated here. So while this isn't a 100% guarantee that the item limit is going to increase, this still made me pretty happy seeing it, because it wasn't just a simple, hey, stay tuned, maybe we'll do it, but that they are actively looking into this. As common a complaint as it is, I still have doubts that they're ever going to increase the item limit at all, mainly because, especially for Switch owners, the game already doesn't run as good as the other platforms as is, and to have an item limit at all is to, I think, keep the performance decent, because then especially when multiplayer comes around, then that's like another thing they're gonna have to account for and, well, are hopefully already taking into account for. That's why I'm surprised they did this same response to a question from Catfinated Destiny about having no item limit at all. While increasing the item limit doesn't sound like it's completely out of the question, I think making that item limit unlimited is out of the question, because then I feel like it would be very hard to maintain the game's performance if they just took it away. Perhaps if the game didn't have cloud saving between PC and consoles as well as multiplayer in the future, then they could have had it so on PC there could be like a setting to have an unlimited item limit, and then on Switch you'd have a much lower limit, or just maybe like what we have right now. And then I'm not sure how exactly much more you would have it for the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, but definitely higher than Switch. On the other hand though, if they just close themselves off from ever doing multiplayer, then that is one less big feature they could potentially use to sell the game, and to not have cloud saving would make the game a little less convenient to play, especially for those of us who like to play on PC and then have the Switch version for on the go. There are a couple of suggestions I can think of that Gameloft could do to just help themselves out here, and that would be whenever they add more biomes to the game, have those be behind another loading screen. Like, I'm not saying each new biome needs to be behind a loading screen, but it could just be like a whole second half of the game where you just go through a loading screen and then you have like another, I don't know, 4 or 5 biomes eventually behind the other loading screen with their own separate item limit from the one that we have now. I remember seeing someone suggesting somewhere to have loading screens between each of the existing biomes, and I really hope they don't do that, because I love being able to traverse between each biome and having it feel like a sort of open world without as many loading screens. Like, okay, it's fine to have the ones going inside. They don't even last that long anyways, but if they were to do that even outdoors between each biome, it would kind of give me Sims 4 vibes a little bit. Another suggestion I have is to leave collectibles out of the item limit. I mentioned this near the beginning of the video, where things such as wood and flowers and seashells and garlic, ginger, they all count towards the item limit, even though they are just things that automatically spawn. We're not placing those ourselves. Of course, these are still items that take up space, but since there's already limits placed on how many of those collectibles can spawn, then I think they should be able to adjust that so that it won't have to count towards your item limit. And I think that alone would help out quite a bit. I remember when I very quickly ran between the Forgotten Lands and Sunlit Plateau and harvested all the collectibles I could find in both biomes, the item count, I can't remember exactly how much it went down by, but I think it was at least 50 before, of course, those collectibles respawned again. But that's pretty much all I have to say for now, so fingers crossed they will be able to increase the item limit sooner rather than later. And feel free to let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!